Hi there, I'm thrilled you've decided to join me on this fascinating journey. We're about to dive into a topic that touches every single one of us, attachment theory. But don't worry, I'll keep it light and easy to grasp. Think of me as a friend guiding you through a story about how the invisible threads from our childhood shape our lives in ways we might never have imagined. Have you ever wondered why we act the way we do in relationships? Why some people seem to have a magic touch in making friends, while others struggle? Or perhaps, why your love life feels like a roller coaster? Well, it all starts in our early years, with something as simple as the bond between a child and their caregiver. In the chapters ahead, we'll explore the different types of attachment, how they affect our adult lives, and most excitingly, how we can change our attachment style for healthier relationships. Yes, you heard that right, change is possible, and I'll show you how. So, are you ready to uncover the secrets of attachment theory and transform your relationships? Let's get started on this journey together. Trust me, it's going to be eye-opening, and I can't wait to share everything with you. Buckle up, because this ride might just change the way you see yourself and the people around you. Welcome to The Attachment Theory: How Childhood Affects Life. Chapter 1. The Roots of Attachment. Imagine a young child, let's call her Mia, reaching out for her mom's hand in a crowded place. This simple act is the beginning of what psychologists call attachment theory. It's a fancy term, but it's all about the bond between children and their caregivers. Think of it as the emotional bridge that connects us to the people who matter most in our lives. Back in the 1950s, a psychologist named John Bowlby came up with this idea. He believed that the connections we make in our early years shape us in a big way. It's like building a house, the foundation needs to be strong. And that foundation? It's built on love, care, and security. Now, here's a fun fact. Did you know that babies start to form these attachments from the moment they're born? Yes, right from the get-go. By the time they're about 7 months old, they've already picked their favorite people. And no, it's not just because they're the ones doing the diaper changes. Studies have shown that children with strong attachments are more likely to grow up feeling confident and secure. They're the kids who aren't afraid to explore the playground, knowing mom or dad is there watching. On the flip side, those who struggle might find the world a bit more daunting. But here's where it gets interesting. Attachment isn't just a one-way street. It's a dance, a back and forth between the child and their caregiver. When a baby cries, and someone comes to comfort them, that's a step in the dance. It's the baby saying, "I need you," and the caregiver responding, "I'm here for you." You might wonder, is this really that big of a deal? The answer is a resounding yes. Researchers have found that the quality of these early bonds can influence everything from our friendships to our romantic relationships. Even the way we deal with stress and setbacks is linked to those first connections. Think about that for a moment. The laughs, the tears, and the cuddles in those early years aren't just fleeting moments. They're the building blocks of who we become. Pretty amazing, right? So, as we dive deeper into the world of attachment theory, remember Mia and her mom. Their story is just the beginning, a glimpse into the powerful forces that shape our lives from the very start. It's a journey of discovery, one that reveals how the love we give and receive lays the groundwork for everything that follows. Chapter 2. Types of Attachment. Let's move on from Mia and take a closer look at the world around us. Did you know people come in all sorts of attachment styles? Yes, just like ice cream flavors, we've got a variety. Psychologists typically talk about 4 main types: secure, anxious, avoidant, and disorganized. Let's break them down, shall we? First up, secure attachment. Picture a friend who's always calm and collected, no matter what life throws at them. They're the ones who had caregivers who were consistently supportive. These folks tend to believe that they're worthy of love and that others can be trusted. It's like having a built-in safety net. Next, we have anxious attachment. Imagine someone who always seems a bit worried about their relationships, constantly texting to check if everything's okay. This style often develops when caregivers are unpredictable. One minute they're attentive, the next, they're distant. It can leave people feeling like they need to work hard to keep others close. Then there's avoidant attachment. Picture someone who values independence above all else, the kind of person who might say, "I don't need anyone." This style can emerge when caregivers are too distant or dismissive, leading to a belief that it's best not to rely on others. Lastly, disorganized attachment is a bit more complex. It's like a mixtape of reactions and feelings, often seen in people whose caregivers were frightening or chaotic. It can lead to confusion about how to relate to others, sometimes seeking closeness and other times pushing it away. Now, here's a nugget of wisdom: your attachment style isn't your destiny. Think of it more as a starting point, a lens through which you see the world. And the cool part? Lenses can be adjusted. You might be wondering, how does this affect me? Well, it plays out in everyday life more than you might think. Ever wonder why you feel super anxious when a friend doesn't text back right away? Or why you're the cool cucumber in your group, never getting too worked up about relationships? Yep, that's your attachment style at work. Understanding your attachment style is like having a roadmap for your personal growth journey. It can help you navigate relationships more effectively, whether it's with friends, family, or romantic partners. And here's the kicker: knowing about these styles can also make you a better parent, partner, or friend. It's like being given the secret recipe for building stronger, healthier connections. Who wouldn't want that? Chapter 3: The Impact of Attachment on Life. Now that we've explored the different flavors of attachment, let's dive into how these early bonds ripple through our lives. It's like tossing a stone into a pond and watching the waves spread out. The impact of our attachment styles touches everything from our friendships to how we handle stress. First off, think about friendships. Ever noticed how some people are the life of the party, making friends wherever they go, while others might hang back, observing from the sidelines? Securely attached individuals often find it easier to form close friendships. They're like social butterflies, comfortable in their skin and trusting in others' goodwill. On the other hand, those with anxious or avoidant styles might struggle, either by clinging too tightly or keeping others at arm's length. Now, let's talk stress. Life throws curveballs at us all: unexpected bills, last-minute projects, you name it. People with a secure attachment style tend to handle these bumps in the road with more grace. They're like seasoned sailors, navigating through storms with confidence. Why? Because deep down, they know they can count on their support system. Meanwhile, those with anxious or avoidant styles might see that same storm and panic, either because they fear they're facing it alone or they distrust others' offers of help. And here's where it gets really interesting: relationships. Ever wonder why some couples seem to effortlessly communicate, tackling challenges hand in hand, while others seem stuck in a loop of misunderstandings? A lot of it comes down to attachment styles. Secure individuals tend to build strong, healthy relationships based on mutual trust and respect. Anxious individuals might seek constant reassurance, fearing abandonment. Avoidant folks, on the flip side, might keep their partner at a distance, afraid of losing their independence. But it's not just about how we interact with others. Our attachment style can influence our self-esteem too. Secure attachment can be a wellspring of confidence, a quiet voice inside reminding you, you got this. Anxious or avoidant attachment, however, might whisper doubts, feeding insecurities and fears. So, what's the takeaway here? Recognizing your attachment style can be a game changer. It's like being handed a map in a foreign city. Suddenly, the streets make sense, and you can navigate your way through with more confidence. Understanding how your early experiences of attachment influence your behavior can help you build stronger, healthier connections and cope with life's challenges more effectively. But here's the best part: your attachment style isn't set in stone. Just as a city can change and grow over time, so can you. With a little bit of insight and effort, anyone can shift towards a more secure attachment style. It's about learning to trust, to open up, and to believe in the strength of your connections with others. Chapter 4: Changing the Narrative. After understanding the significant impact of attachment styles on our lives, you might wonder, can I change my attachment style? The answer is a hopeful and resounding yes. This chapter is all about transformation and growth. It's like discovering you're the author of your own story, and you have the power to start a new chapter. Imagine your attachment style as a well-worn path through a forest. It's familiar, and you've walked it many times. Changing your attachment style means carving out a new path. It might seem daunting at first, but with each step, the new path becomes clearer and easier to walk. The first step towards change is awareness. Just like a navigator needs to know where they are on a map, understanding your attachment style is crucial. It's about taking a step back and saying, so that's why I react that way in relationships. This moment of insight is powerful. It's like turning on a light in a room that's been dark for too long. Changing your narrative also involves seeking out new experiences that challenge your existing beliefs about relationships. If you're anxiously attached, this might mean learning to soothe your own anxieties and trusting that not every goodbye is forever. For those with avoidant attachment, it's about allowing yourself to be vulnerable and to rely on others. It's like flexing a muscle you didn't know you had. Relationships themselves can be a powerful catalyst for change. Secure attachments can be formed at any stage of life, not just in childhood. Building close, trusting relationships as an adult can help shift your attachment style. Think of each positive relationship as a beacon of light, guiding you towards a more secure attachment. Sometimes, the path to change requires a guide. Therapy can be an invaluable resource in understanding and altering attachment patterns. A good therapist can help you explore your past, understand its impact on your present, and chart a course for a different future. It's like having a skilled navigator when you're ready to explore uncharted waters. Change doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey, with ups and downs. There might be moments of doubt or times when old patterns resurface. That's okay. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Celebrate your progress, and be patient with yourself. It's not about the speed of your journey but the direction you're moving in. Consider the stories of those who've navigated this path before you. Their journeys can offer hope and inspiration. Like the caterpillar becoming a butterfly, transformation is possible. These stories remind us that change, growth, and healing are within reach for everyone. Chapter 5. Nurturing Future Generations. As we've journeyed through the landscape of attachment theory, understanding its impact, and exploring paths to change, we arrive at a pivotal chapter: nurturing future generations. This is about taking the wisdom we've gathered and using it to create a world where secure attachments flourish, right from the start. It's a beacon of hope, guiding us towards fostering resilience, empathy, and connection in the children who will shape our future. Creating secure attachments in children begins with being present. It's about more than just physical presence, it's emotional availability. When a child looks up, seeking comfort, guidance, or simply sharing a moment of joy, being there to respond with love and attention lays the bricks of security and trust. It's like planting a seed and nurturing it with the right amount of sunlight and water, it grows strong and healthy. Consistency in caregiving is like the steady rhythm of a heartbeat, providing a sense of safety and predictability for a child. It teaches them that the world is a reliable place and that they can trust the people in it. This doesn't mean being perfect but rather being a consistent source of support and love, even in the face of life's inevitable ups and downs. Teaching children about emotions, and how to manage them, is crucial. It's like giving them a map to navigate their inner world. By acknowledging and validating their feelings, we teach them that all emotions are okay and that they have the tools to cope with them. This emotional intelligence is a cornerstone of secure attachments, fostering resilience and empathy. Children learn about relationships by watching the adults around them. When they see us engaging in healthy, respectful interactions, they absorb these patterns. It's like setting the stage for their future relationships. Showing them what it means to communicate openly, set boundaries, and treat others with kindness is a powerful lesson in attachment. A secure base encourages exploration. It's about giving children the confidence to venture out, knowing they have a safe haven to return to. This balance of freedom and safety is key to fostering independence and curiosity. It's like teaching them to fly while knowing the nest is always there. For those of us who might be working through our own attachment issues, nurturing secure attachments in children can also be a path to healing. It offers a chance to rewrite the narrative, not just for ourselves but for future generations. It's a journey of hope, showing that cycles can be broken and that we can lay the groundwork for a more connected and compassionate world. As we close this chapter, and the journey through attachment theory, we're reminded of the profound impact our earliest relationships have on us. But more importantly, we're empowered with the knowledge that change is possible, both in ourselves and in how we nurture the next generation. This is a call to action, not just for parents, but for anyone who plays a role in a child's life. It's an invitation to be part of shaping a world where secure attachments are the norm, where children grow up feeling loved, understood, and connected. The steps we take today, no matter how small, can ripple outwards, creating waves of positive change for years to come. Remember, nurturing future generations starts with the choices we make here and now. It's about building a legacy of love, one interaction at a time.